What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. John from Clean Slate Clearing coming at you with another video. Giving you this video here because we got some fun tractor parts, tractor mods, if you will. And let me show you what we got. We got ourselves a package from JuFabworks up in Michigan. So these are, it's a fabricator up in Michigan. He makes a bunch of cool parts for Kubotas, John Deere, Mahindra, literally all the tractors. Makes a bunch of basically pretty cool fabricated bolt-on parts. Well, really to make your life easier. And, since I started this business and I started hauling this machine around so much, my biggest issue is tie down points. So one thing you'll see how I do anything on the front loader, how I strap that, or how I chain the front loader down, is I run the chain directly through the tube of the front loader, which is fine. I think it does a good job, but that's really about the only good part, the only good, tie down point I have before it run through the frame of the tractor itself. But the problem is you gotta basically use a rake or like a shovel, like the handle end, and push the chain all the way through. And then you see how it's beating up my front loader, and it's just making it look bad. So the front is always an issue. And then on the rear, if I have the backhoe on the tractor, there's no issues because there are pretty good tie down points on the backhoe. But without the backhoe, same thing. There's no really good spot to tie this thing down at. So basically, I run a chain to where the backhoe mounts. And same thing. It's actually kind of loose. But same thing. Like, I'm kind of beating up the area where the backhoe mounts on. And, I don't ever want to beat that up to a point where the backhoe does not fit properly on my machine. So that's been an issue. So found these guys on, actually, I believe Facebook. And I found them actually a couple years ago. But finally, since I haul this tractor so much, I decided to, buy some parts. These ones are for the rear. So like I said, he makes some pretty thick steel parts that basically bolt onto the tractor. Like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think these bolt down right here. And then now I have, two good spots to tie down the machine to. Now, the one thing to note is he does say the rears do not allow you to, you can't run these if you have a backhoe on. So the fronts, however, I think the fronts are about exactly the same thing. The fronts, however, will mount like right here. Yeah, something like that. Must be different holes, but the fronts are obviously still packaged up. The fronts will be there. So same thing. Now I can run chain and binder to these and beat these things up rather than my machine. So yeah, guys, it's super easy, right? These are the rear tie-down points with hardware and instructions. The front tie-down points with hardware and instructions. And honestly, for lack of making the video boring, I'm just going to mount them to the tractor real quick and show you what it looks like, and before I unload her.
A few moments later.
All right, so mistake. I clearly can't read because the rears. Let me explain. These rears actually go to basically right here where the subframe and everything mounts for the backhoe. So my thoughts were, the way I read the instructions, were that if you want to put your backhoe on, you take these off. But no, the real piece of it is these are supposed to mount right here. Right here. That's where these mount. So I can't actually use the rears. And these actually holes don't line up here or anywhere else. So kind of spent 90 bucks that I didn't need to spend because these will not work on the rear of my machine. However, the front works well and looks really good. That's a solid mounting point, solid. So now instead of, playing around and running this chain all the way through my front loader, I could just go chain, boom, right here, strap the front of the machine down. So super excited about the fronts. The rears, I'm kind of upset with because like I said, I don't like the way I currently tie this machine down, and not sure what I want to do because I was extremely excited for these to do that. So I don't know if I can maybe, I don't want to drill holes in the frame of the machine if I don't have to, right? So I don't know. I guess that's it. Well, super quick and easy kind of failed installation there. So the fronts look good, and the rears, man, the rears kind of suck. That really sucks. I mean, if anybody's watching this and has a better way to tie, to chain down the rear of my LX, I'm extremely open to suggestions. So that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Like the video, subscribe, join the family, join the whole Clean Slate gang, son. We're trying to grow this, grow the channel, as well as grow the business. So thank you so much for watching. Peace.